Hey, so the other day I took the drag slicks off the Firebird and I put them in bags and stacked them in the corner there. The idea is to try and keep them from drying out as much as I can over the winter. So that's my strategy. How much it'll help, we're not sure. But anyway, so got some more parts here for this giant suspension project on this machine here. So I'm just going to show you guys what I got. Now this is all stuff for the rear suspension. It's all parts for a Polaris Sportsman 700. This would be like 03 to 07 stuff. So it's all stuff that I got on eBay, and it's all stuff that I can find pretty cheap. So this is the hub, the wheel bolts right here on this side. There's a disc brake, it just bolts on the back side there. That's the bearing carrier there. And that's the CV axle. And they're not a lot of money either. I think I paid, this is a heavy duty version. I think I paid $130 with the shipping for this whole assembly here. And with the intention of kind of modifying it to make it long enough. But I'm going to just assemble all of this now. I'm going to show you how it fits together. Okay, so I'm going to take this hub here, the wheel bolts here on this side here. I'm just going to take it and slide it right into the bearing. And from there I can slide the axle in. And it fits into the splines of this hub here. So now you can see the other end of it coming out here. This is the end of the axle here. So a nut or a washer and a nut and a locking pin goes here on this end. So it's all basically straightforward, and it's stuff that's readily available for me on eBay. You know, I don't have to go and pay a machinist to make all of this fancy hub stuff. And so the machine will have kind of a Polaris theme to it as far as parts go. And these axles, of course, are way too short, but I have full intentions of modifying them to make them long enough for this project. So there's one of the rims that I want to use. I actually plan on cutting that thing up and making it wider. So we're not nearly up to that yet. But anyway, so I've got it kind of mocked up there, so you can see it kind of assembled there, and I'm kind of already experimenting with how far these axles will flex with that CV joint. And what I've found is that the outer actually flexes considerably more than the inner one. That inner one isn't flexed right now at all. It's kind of sitting on the block. But when I do try and flex it, it doesn't go nearly as far as that one. So that's a little disappointing. So I might all of a sudden get another set of axles and just use the outer ones, you know, have two outer ends per axle. And see what these axles have right here, there's a plunge joint right in there, and I should show you how that works. So as the suspension moves up and down, it makes use of this plunge joint right in here. You can see how it can move in and out. Well, that's an important feature for this CV axle. So what I'm doing here, guys, is I'm just eyeballing it to see what is the maximum amount of suspension travel I could actually coax out of this thing. You know, where is the absolute limit, and then from there I'm going to back it off a bit, you know, to make everything a little more realistic. But that thing right now is sitting just over 3 feet off the ground. So if I would actually be able to coax 36 inches of suspension travel out of it, I would need all of that for just ground clearance, because it would all get used up as the suspension compresses. So that's we might be asking for a bit much, but anyways, just we're going to start big and then back it off a notch from there. So, but anyways, so that the rim is about where I would want to have it when the machine is assembled, and you can see the little CV axle there. It's pretty short, huh? So yeah, it's going to have to get extended, and all of this swing arm stuff here, that all the silver stuff, all of that's going to go. So it's going to be pretty wide open in the back there. So then I can build, you know, some framework back here and tie it in with the cage and stuff, so that it'll support the double A arms going down to the wheels, you know. So you can see here, see it's just over 3 feet off the ground. So it's amazing how tall it is. You know, 3 feet doesn't sound like a lot, but once you have it up on blocks like that, it's actually a long ways to go. So anyways, guys, I'm just giving you a bit of an update what's going on here with this thing. Not much, just kind of eyeballing it and getting some strategy going here.